Hello everyone, this is Jeannie, also known as Scrapbooking Mama. Today I wanted to show you some stamp paint techniques I had discovered going through YouTube channel. I wanted to try them out myself and show you what I did. Here you see that I have several different layers of flowers, and I just dabbed some of the paint onto each flower. I had paper punched them out with my paper punch, and I had wrinkled them all up, unwrinkled them, dabbed them with the paint, and then I put the blue on first, the Viva 3D stamp paint blue, and then I thought, well, the green might look good, so I went ahead and added the green to it. And so each layer, I wanted to make sure it had two different colors on it. Some I added a little bit more the color that I wanted. So at that point, all you have to do is add more. So while those are drying, I decided to go ahead and do some pre-made flowers, and I just stamped them with the blue on it. I didn't want to add the green to it on them. I didn't think it would look right. So I added the blue on those, and this paint doesn't dry too slowly. I mean, it does dry pretty quickly. So by the time I got done with those, the other ones were dry. So I went ahead and picked them up, and I was wrinkling them all again together. I wanted to get them put together, and I was trying to clean it up, and as you can see, it's not too easy to clean up, which means that they dry quickly. So here I am folding them up, unfolding them, and I'm getting ready to put them together. So then I get my piercing tool, and I layer each one of them, and then I proceed to punch the hole in. Normally I would have a little pad underneath to punch it. It would be a lot easier. Now I'm putting in a brad, and I'm refolding each layer to give it more of the dimensional look to the flower. If I had used two-sided paper, double-sided paper, then you wouldn't have all that white. But as I said, this is just my experiments of techniques that I'm trying personally myself. And always the first time you learn things anyway. So in this one for sure, I want to use double-sided paper. And I thought, well, I'll just add a little bit more blue in there and see if I can hide a little bit of white that's showing on the top. The bottom doesn't worry me. So here I am readjusting it, getting a free manicure with that paint, and I had the flower all finished. And I'm letting it dry now. So on to the other flowers. I'm also layering them and putting them together, and I'll put a brad into them. And there's only 3 of them. With them being like they already are pre-made, they won't need 5 layers like I did on the other one. Plus they're a different look anyway. So I'm kind of crinkling them up a little bit. Again, I want them to have that dimensional look to it. And I love this paint because it is a metallic color to it. And I'm very, very happy with those flowers. For being the first time, of doing them, with that paint and that technique, I thought they came out pretty good. Now I have the pre-embossed paper cardstock. I'm going to use the paper on the stencil paint on this each card. And first I'm going to take, I believe that one I started out with the green. I wanted to try the white and the black. I had used my ColourBug to go ahead and emboss those. Now I'm getting into the blue here, and all you do is just, spread it around any way you want. You can add a little bit of paint. You can add a lot of paint to it. And you can see there, I put the green, the darkest in there. And I wanted to hide a little bit more of that, so I added a little bit more blue into it. And there you see that you have all this shiny, metallic looking paper. I can add those flowers on there. And I can, make a card out of it, mix media with it. You can do anything with it, but once you get all your embellishments on, you're great. So here I am doing the same with the black, but this time I started out with the green. So now I'm putting the blue on it, and I really like the black a lot better. And I decided it wasn't dark enough as coloring, so I added deeper coloring to it. So you can add more or less, whatever you want to do. But I wanted to see the colors a little bit more, and the colors do dry a little bit lighter than what you would see anyway. So anyway, there I am getting it all together, and I love that. See how it shines? It's just beautiful paint and easy to work with. Now here you see me getting out a wing stencil. I also got that from the boutique, and I was thinking, do I want that, or do I want to go ahead and try something different? So I tried it and turned it in different ways. I thought, I'm going to go ahead and get me another stencil. So I went and got another stencil that I had bought through the boutique through the January kit. And I'm only doing part of it. You can tape around the whole 12 by 12 paper, mask tape it, and you can give yourself a border and do the whole thing if you want to. But this is just for experimenting and trying it out and see if I like it or not on the stencil. If I want to do it this way again, teaching myself as well as hoping I'll help somebody else to see what you can do with them too. So I've got my green. There was no rhyme or reason to it. Then I got my blue, and so I add a little bit more color into it. And there you have it. And I was pretty pleased with the fact that it came out pretty good. Now, can you imagine what it would look like if you'd done the whole 12 by 12 paper? Now I got my acrylic stamp at Mason Jar, another product from the boutique. And I'm dabbing it onto the jar, and I didn't use a block for it, so it was a little harder to do, but a block would have made it a lot easier to do. And considering the fact that I didn't use a block, it came out pretty good, I thought. So I can use this for other things if I want to. Now I'm going to get a wood stamp block that I was gifted with, and I'm putting the green on that one. This one's a Moment stamp. Going ahead and decide where to put it. There it is. And I'm giving it even pressure. And I've got the secret weapon tool coming in to help me with my pad to make it a lot easier to use. So now you have the different techniques. Make sure you put the cap back on each one so it doesn't dry out. And as you can see, I'm finished. So I hope you enjoyed this and have a great day and God bless.